ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Swami, we are continuing Dharma Vahini sessions. Swami, today we are going to discuss the glory of Gayatri Mantra. Swami, please be with us. Please speak through us. Please listen through us. Our humble salutations at your lotus feet, Swami. Sai Ram. Sai Ram, brothers and sisters. Thank you very much for joining the Sri Satya Sai Vahini Sudhamruta Dharma Vahini sessions. Today we will discuss about the glory of Gayatri Mantra. Is very happy that you are all completed the first two itihas, one itihasa and one Purana, Mahapurana. That is Sri Ramayana, Ramakatha Rasavahini and Bhagavat Vahini. Now you are doing the analogy. Basically, you are getting inside into the system, basically, and doing the analogy, Dharma Vahini. Whatever the dharma that you went through as a, by taking Sri Rama as role model, whatever that dharma that you have followed in Ramakatha Rasamahini, now you are discussing and going through the theoretical aspects in the through Dharma Vahini concepts, right? So you went through the dharma and types of dharma. And you also discussed about the Stri Dharma, Purusha Dharma, Samaja Dharma. So the various aspects, if we look into it, right? So there are various aspects that we were talking about Dharma Vahini. The question arises, right? See, why Gayatri Mantra is in Dharma Vahini? How it is related to Dharma? If it all related, what is that? Number two, again, the question again will say why Gayatri Mata has been showcased, basically the 5 facets of Gayatri Mata and feminine form, the goddess, why she has been showcased as, the mantra has been showcased as goddess form. And what is that significance? And various aspects Swami has informed about Gayatri Mantra. Swami spoke about Vedas, Swami spoke about Upanishads, Swami spoke about Brahma Sutras. Many aspects he spoke about Loka Samhita, Samhitas very clearly. Various topics, Swami, you call it as Hiranyagarbha, Virat Purusha, what is that, Vaishwanara. There are various discourses where Swami go very in depth and then gives the clarity. So when you look into all these aspects, how the Gayatri Mantra is significant, and moreover, many times, umpteen number of times, Swami insisted Gayatri Mantra is very important for us, for any improvement or a transformation of any human. So why? So all these things that we will go ahead and then discuss in the glory of Gayatri Mantra. Prior to that, I just want to have a kind of a little interactive session in the Bhagavata Vahini. Ramakatha Vahini, we have the clarity that we have taken a role model of Lord Sri Rama, how he is epitome of dharma. We went through it. He went through all his divine character, how he is with this last, Sitama, and how he is with Lakshmana, how he is with Bharata, how he is with Hanuman, how it is with Sugriva, all various aspects we discussed. And then we understood the epitome of dharma. When it comes to the second point, which is Bhagavata Vahini, where the devotee journey, basically, right? How a devotee, a small, became an embryo, and that embryo became a flesh ball, and that flesh ball, when the concept of Atma Jivi once entered into that flesh ball, it took the human form. Then that human form grown up and he has came to the world, then he forgot what he was. This is what happens. But in the Parikshit state, he saw Swami in the womb itself. Here in our case, basically what will happen? We are also Parikshit. In our case also, the Paramatma entered in the name of Atma, right? So that Atma supposed to merge with Paramatma. We should, the main concept, basically why we took birth, to not to take birth again. So this point basically we discussed in Bhagavat Vahini very extensively. A devotee journey starting from flesh ball transforming to the human form, and that human form from the beginning till the end, till you go merge into Swami, how you supposed to be. That is the journey of devotee, is the Bhagavata Vahini. It is not Bhagavanta Vahini, not Sri Krishna's Leela. Sri Krishna's Leelas are part of devotee's journey. Meaning he took, since it has happened, the Bhagavatam, the timeline of Bhagavatam is completely related to the Krishna's journey. During the Krishna's avataric time, it has been Parikshit. So we completely, Parikshit, go through the Krishna's Leelas. After he become the king, he will continue the Krishna's Leela. Wherever he go, he will see Krishna. Even in his ruling also, he is looking to the Krishna. One particular moment, because of Janma Samskara, because of the law of karma, he took a step that made him to curse again. And within that small, in a span of time, he took the, immediately he took the renunciation. Immediately he gave up all the, complete the kingdom. He just walked away to the Ganga Tira. Then with the help of Shuka Maharshi, he went through the all Leelas of Paramatma and he merged into Paramatma. That's a Bhagavat Vahini, right? The drive basically as a devotee from womb to merging into Swami. Even the titles of the Bhagavat Vahini, the second chapter and the ending. In Telugu, it is called as Bhagavatuni Jananam. In English, it is Birth of Bhagavata. While we are concluding, Maharaju Gopaluni Cherenu. In Telugu, Swami written that. And in the English, merged into Gopala. So what we understood in that, the one is we understood the epitome of Dharma, how the Rama has stood for that. The second one, how a devotee is supposed to be, a clear path in the Bhagavad Vahini. And we merge, how he merged into Swami. So it's two base, the two strong, I can say, the platforms that you went through it in the starting of Vahini Sudhamrita. Based on these two things, if you do an analogy, if you do a self-inquiry as an individual Atma, as an individual or as a self, if you do your self-inquiry, then what happens? Like you will think about that dharma in the Ramayana. You will do that an analogy, how Rama's ఆయన Rama's journey అంటాను. How a devotee's journey. Both you do the analogy, the answer is in Dharmavahini. Whatever the questions will rise, answers are in Dharmavahini. So the Dharmavahini is the one which gives you the more strong confirmation saying that yes, Dharma moolam idam jagat, not Dhanam moolam idam jagat. When you stand for Dharma, the Dharma will save you. So Dharma moolam idam jagat. That is what we understand. We will get the strong confirmation through Dharmavahini. So it gives you a journey towards Swami while we are going through and more connect with the Swami. Now come to the topic Dharma. You went through the concepts of types of Dharma. What is Dharma? You went through the concept of what is Sri Dharma, Purusha Dharma, Samaja Dharma. If you look into it as a self-inquiry, if I do my analogy, see, this is more like a kind of a journey of our journey with Swami by taking Swami's literature, the most precious one, the precious one which is in this universe, precious than Vedas. So we are going through that literature by connecting with Swami. We are doing the analogy. So obviously your questions will go to Swami and Swami will have the answer to you, basically, the inner journey. So that will get a complete strong foundation in the Dharmavahini, firm as a devotee. Now come to the point, glory of Gayatri mantra. So now we are coming to in Dharmavahini, Swami very much mentioned in this book itself. In Dharmavahini itself, we have a separate chapter about Gayatri mantra. Swami elaborated that Gayatri mantra. And if you look into various discourses Swami has given on Gayatri mantra, what are all the aspects, what are all the occasions usually Swami provides discourse on Gayatri mantra? 2 times. I mean, in a year, definitely 2 times. That is, one is Onam festival, the Kerala's regular ritual. Annually, they will conduct the harvesting festival. So Onam festival, where Mahabali got mukti on that day, Vamana Avatara, and then Mahabali got the mukti. So Mahabali is basically Kerala's that particular ritual festival, basically. So Onam festival day. Second one is Upanayanam day. Most of the times, most of the Upanayana day where Swami has done his own Upanayanam for every persons who, for every small child who has been registered and then available on the day in Bharti, they got Mantropadesha, Gayatri Mantropadesha from Swami himself. And then during that day, Gayatri mantra has been very much, Swami has spoke about Gayatri mantra. Now come to the point. So we understood like what are the both occasions. Vamana Avatara. The Avatara itself has come, asked 3 feet of place, 3 feet of bhumi, 3 feet of place where he showed Bhur Bhuvas Suvaha. He just become among us and then he just showed his Vishwarupa, gone across the earth, sun family, cross the sun, showcased complete the Milky Way. He is away from, above the Milky Way. He become, show the Vishwarupa to Mahabali. And then he showed also to what is the place there Mahabali is supposed to be. So he showed that Vishwarupa also. So in that occasion, so what is that significance? We will discuss in all these things. So setting up this context, let us go ahead with the one by one slide. Sairam. Now we'll go slide by slide, and we will also discuss in detail for each and every concept. Sairam, so this has been mentioned as very powerful mantra. The Gayatri mantra is a very powerful mantra. And Swami always said this one mantra uh, actually promotes the acquisition of divine power. Meaning that humanity, the human can transform into the divinity, can attain the divinity through this mantra. Because I can sorry I can sorry so it's a little issue with the system, so that is the reason so this mantra gives the clarity. It gives the inner consciousness, your inner by chanting through this mantra, the inner consciousness can reach the highest consciousness. The Atma Shakti, the inner journey of your inner journey can reach into the highest consciousness through this mantra chanting. Swami mentioned in many discourses and also the Vahinis. Even the Gayatri mantra, I can call it as a Upasana, Gayatri Upasana also come in the Chandogya Upanishad in Samaveda. So in Chandogya Upanishad also it will come because it will invoke your inner consciousness. It will improvise your inner consciousness, and it takes your into the highest consciousness. And that humanity will become the divinity by by practicing the Gayatri mantra. So Swami now also ensure that everyone go through this Gayatri mantra. Swami told every Sandhya Kala you need to do the chanting. And again Swami went up, and then he said very clearly, anytime you can chant Gayatri mantra. That Gayatri mantra will help to improvise our inner conscious to highest consciousness. How it happens? See, first of all, what is mantra? We need to understand. Swami said very clearly, Ma means manana, the reflection, the understanding, and tra means saving, meaning protecting. So by doing that manana or chanting, it will save you. So how this chanting will save? I'm doing the chanting of that particular mantra. How it will save? Because you are having a form. By taking a form and creating a sound wave in a rhythmic way as prescribed, and then you are having the concentration on that particular form and doing the chanting in a continuous way. That sound wave making you to mind is not thinking any other negative aspects. So your mind will not disturb. It won't go into any other aspects because you integrated with that particular form and doing the chanting. And that sound wave also makes you to ensure that the chitta also, I mean, where you are focusing, your memory also will stall, and it won't give you any kind of negative thoughts. So by repeating that particular mantra, your mind will stall, you are completely in that sound wave, and then it will create a radiation, and that will give you the complete focus, and you are imbibing that form into you, and you are that is becoming your smarana. So through that, what you are doing is you are evoking your Chaitanya Shakti inside of you, whatever the prana Shakti that you have, or you call it as Chaitanya Shakti, or you are calling as Hiranyagarbha, whatever that you have, that particular in your, you are evoking it, and you are getting that particular, you are invoking your divinity within you. That is the reason mantra helps, mantra saves, mantra protects. So Swami gave that particular reason. What is mantra? Ma means manana. You call it as chanting, manana. And then and tra, save you, protect you. So because of that, what we will do is, what basically because of that, you are continuing your vyasti, your individual, the consciousness, your internal, your inner journey is evoking, it is improvising. You are transforming, you are transforming into the humanity and divinity. So slowly that particular processes keep going on. So obviously, whatever the worldly related grief, pain may not give you the same, the can't, in the same, it won't be the same impact when compared to the general public. So since you are going through this particular process, you are focused on Swami, your love is keep enormously, it is improvising it. So the worldly related pains, worldly related grief will not impact you. So that, which means your individual growth, internally, the inner journey, the individual growth as a sadhaka is going step by step up. It is improvising it. So this are all impact it will show. That is the reason Gayatri mantra, mantra helps to every human being. Gayatri mantra has been called as, Gayatri mantra too, has called as Veda Mata. Very clearly, Gayatri mantra has been called as Veda Mata. Gayatri mantra, as also Swami has very clearly told, Gayantam Tradete iti Gayatri. Very protects, fosters. Very clearly, this mantra helps you. We'll go one by one slide and then give the clarity. We'll go ahead and with the detailed, and how it is connected to Dharma also, we can understand. So the various aspects, this particular Gayatri mantra helps. Veda Mata, it has been told. Why? We'll catch up one by one. Sage Vishwamitra, and again, question will rise. Who uh, people will write author of Gayatri mantra is Vishwamitra. It is not author, it is revealed by Vishwamitra. See, Gayatri mantra is part of Veda. Is Veda written by anybody? No, right? It is the Shabda Pramana which has taken from the Shabda Brahma. Shabda Brahma given the sound, has created the sound waves of Veda. And when the sage went into the higher state where he is able to take the Shabda Pramana of those sound waves, and by taking that Shabda Pramana, since he heard it, so it has been called as Shruti and it is documented. So it is Veda. Now we call it, then after that, those Shrutis are Vedas. In the Vedas, in Rig Veda, in Yajurveda, Gayatri Mantra in a full form, how we chant now, is in Chandogya Upanishad. It is also in Samaveda. So when it goes to the, I mean, what I'm saying is in the Vedas, when it is there, who revealed this particular mantra? Vishwamitra. Sage Vishwamitra revealed this mantra. Before going to the mantra detail, why Vishwamitra has to reveal? And you know all what is Vishwamitra, right? So who is Vishwamitra? He's the king, basically. The king, he went to a forest along with his military force. Okay. And then after that, he with all his military force, he went to the forest. Then immediately he's no he all the material, whatever the food material is, are already exhausted. So he went to an ashrama, that is Vasishta ashrama, where Kamadhenu has given the food. Vishishta has prayed Kamadhenu, and Kamadhenu gave the food to Vishwamitra, and Vishwamitra's complete military force, whoever has come along with him. And then what happened? And after that, Vishwamitra asked Vashishta to give the Kamadhenu so that it helps to all his kingdom. He said, no, it is not in my hands because Kamadhenu is not controlled by me. She blessed me and she is staying in my ashrama. I can't ask anything. It is her wish. Then Vishwamitra he started fighting with, started killing of the I mean, fighting with the ashrama people, all the saints. Then Kamadhenu, from Kamadhenu, all the military has came out, and then he wiped off all Vishwamitra's force completely. Then Vishwamitra challenged Vashishta, saying that I also become. That is the beauty of Sanatana Dharma. He has not went back to the kingdom and not pulled another force to attack on the ashrama. He challenged Vashishta, saying that I will also become the great saint. I will also become a great sage. I will also become the Brahmarshi. You are, since you are the Brahmarshi, Kamadhenu blessed you, and because of that only, I could not able to fight with you or able to compete with you. So what I will do, I will go back. I will also do the penance. I will also become the Brahmarshi. Then I will come and I'll make sure that I will be equivalent to you. That's the spirit he has taken. Not he has not went into a negative. He has not taken any negative thoughts, and he has not become. He didn't become a negative force. He became a he thought in a positive way. He went and then he did the penance, and you are all aware of what happened during the penance. He got so many hurdles while he's going through his penance. He has disturbed by Menaka, he has been disturbed by Trishanku. Many times he got disturbed. But during that time, he has, of course, he has been disturbed by the Indriyas. He has been disturbed by the Trishanku's ego. And during that time, there is a hurdles. He got a break in his, during his penance. And then again he restarted, resumed, and then he took so much of time, so many hundreds of years, he did that penance. And later he became the Brahmarshi. Then he thought, see, if any aspirant, irrespective of, he was a king, Kshatriya, as part of the Varna system, right? So he became the Brahmarshi. So anybody want to become a great Brahmagnani, which mantra will help? If a human, basically, if a human want to transform into divinity, even though he is a human being, still he has demonic qualities. Yeah, I mean, demonic features and animal features and human features also. So, how he can eradicate the demonic and animal features, meaning cleansing of his chitta, cleansing of his all his thoughts, become the intellect, and how after becoming that human, how he can move into divinity, how he can attain the divinity, which mantra helps. So he thought about it and he revealed the Gayatri mantra. Through Gayatri mantra, you can, by doing the practice of, by practicing the Gayatri mantra, any human being can transform himself divine form. He can transform into divinity. He can also helps to the world. So it is very close to our organization slogan, transform self to transform the world. So Sage Vishwamitra discovered this. Revealed this mantra or discovered this mantra. Okay. So because whatever the issues that he went through it, hurdles he went through it, he don't want the, and he has given a great mantra to every aspirant to go ahead and then for a transformation. Sairam. Now we'll go to the next detailing of Gayatri mantra. Swami always said 5 phases of Gayatri. There are uh, various uh, you know aspects of Swami explained Gayatri mantra. We will discuss all those aspects. The first one is Gayatri. Always we love to go to Gayatri Mandir, right, in Bharti. We'll go and we'll stand there, Mahalakshmi temple and Gayatri temple, and people are very much adored towards the devotees are very much adored towards the Gayatri Mata's idol. Basically it is in our Parthi. So if we look into that particular, basically the farm, Gayatri Mata farm, so Swami is telling that it's a 5 phases of Gayatri. So what are all that 5 phases? One is Om, second is Bhur Bhuvaswaha, third is Tat Savitarvarenyam, fourth is Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, fifth is Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. So the Gayatri mantra has been classified into 5 parts basically. That is Om, Bhurbhuvaswaha, Tat Saviturvarenyam, Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. That is the reason, and it represents the 5 elements, the 5 vital airs, the 5 shades which encase the Atma. What are all those 5 elements? You know, basically the 5 elements are Prithvi, water, Agni, Vayu, Akash Tattva. If you take in a reversible top-down approach, I just took the bottom-up approach. Then if you look into the top-down approach, Akasha, Vayuhu, Vayuhu, Agnihi, Agnihi, Apaha, Apaha, Prithvi. 5. 5 elements. And 5 vital airs, which is the 5, what are all the Panchavayus, what we have here? Basically, you have Vyana, Samana, Udana, Prana, Apana. 5 airs, 5 Panchavayus and Panchatattva, Panchabhutas, and 5 sheds, Annamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya. 5 koshas or 5 sheds. So these are all the five elements which are encased the Atma. Now I'll come back to the Bhagavad Vahini, which we discussed, right? The Atma entered into the flesh ball, that and that became a human form, and it got encased in this particular human body. Now the body got one name. Let me take an example of Mahendra Bhashyam is encased. This body name is Mahendra Bhashyam. Until this Atma is there in this particular body, it is called as Mahendra Bhashyam, right? So it has been encased in these five with the five elements. The body is Pancha Bhautika, Sarira, Deha, or you call it as the body, five Pancha Bhautika body. And it is filled with five vital airs. And it is encased with these five sheaths, meaning Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha. With that, it is connected, it is binded. At any cost, in the worldly, or if you go in a spiritual manner, you have to, you are under the control of these five things. So to come out of these five elements, to get a control over the five elements, to get a control over the five vital airs, to get a control over the five sheets, Gayatri Mantra helps. These five phases of Gayatri Mantra, practicing of Gayatri Mantra helps. That is the reason it is called as five phases of Gayatri. So, Sairam, we'll share this slides, as you know, like every Vahini, once we move third or fourth session, we will be sharing the slides, and also later part, we will also share the audio files. So please go through this particular aspect. Okay. So the five phases of Gayatri, now we have divided this into five. These five will help the other five. You come out of to the Panchabhautika Sharira to get a kind of control over it, and coming out of the five elements, coming out of the five vital airs, and then, in fact, five vital is not coming out. It is more like a kind of getting the control over it, and then coming out of the five shits impact. Sairam. Now we will go with the detailing of Gayatri Mantra. So how will you say? So what is each and every letter will talk about. Swami gave a summer showers session in 1977 on detailing of Gayatri. Om. What is Omkara? You take any Upanishad. In every Upanishad, people will talk about Omkara. There is a separate Upanishad, Mandukya Upanishad, completely talk about, of course, it has other aspects also, but the primarily it do the coverage of Omkara. Pranavanadam. Why Pranavanadam? Many of you are part of the Shruti Sreni, many of you might be part of the Veda team. So every mantra has to start with Omkara. Why? Because the Pranavanada has come from the Paramatma itself. It is Anahata. What is Anahata? If any sound, basically any sound will come after there are two elements, two articles, or two things, two padartha, dvipadartha, or rendu padarthamuలు, two padarthas touch, then the sound will come, right? Every aspect, everywhere, sound generate when two elements get touched, then sound will come. But whereas Omkar, Pranavanadha, has come from the Paramatma itself. That is the first. So, even in you, if you sit and do Onkara. Say, for example, if I am sitting and then doing the Onkara. Om. While I'm doing this Onkaranada, is any two, uh, basically two elements are getting touched? Is sound is coming through by touching two elements? Whatever the talk I'm doing, whatever that we are we are talking, every word is touching, right? The tongue and the inside of the mouth, it is touching, and the air is also doing. But whereas in Onkara, no. So it's an inbuilt, it is inbuilt Pranavanada across the universe because it has come from the Paramatma. That is the reason it is Anahata. Vahini is also Anahata. Why I'm talking about which is much precious than Vedas, because it has come from Paramatma. Paramatma written this book. Whereas Vedas, sages in a higher state, listened, or you can call it as heard, the taken the Shabda Pramana of the sound waves given by Shabda Brahma, then it got documented. Here, this document, the Vahini, Paramatma written it. So it is Anahata. It is Pranavanada. It is equivalent. It's not equivalent. It is Pranavanada. So precious. So the Omkara, it starts with Omkara, Pranavanada. So you are going connecting with Anusandhana. You are doing the integration with Paramatma. You are starting the yoga with Paramatma. Om Bhu, earth which is made up of matter, the Padartha. So with the Padartha, you are there. That five elements is Panchabhautika. Bhu, Bhuva, life force, Prana, that makes body move basically. So Bhuva, Suva, which is Pragnana. What is Pragnana? It's a, we in English you call it as wisdom, but actually the one which you say, you focused on the prana completely. I mean, you are focused on the particular Omkara, saying that, and you controlled your mind. Your cleansing of your chitta has been happened. You are doing this smarana. You are continuing. You are imbibing, and you are energizing your prana shakti, and then the whole mantra is becoming your smarana, and that mantra itself is becoming your prana, meaning you are energizing your prana shakti. Through prana, what you are going to do, you are connecting with Paramatma. So that wisdom, Om Bhur Bhuvas Suvaha. So these are all the three things: matter, Padartha, and the prana, which is bhuvaha, life force, and the wisdom. Through by connecting this Padartha Bhavana, meaning coming feeling of material, that coming out of that materialistic world, coming out, getting a control over the life force, that is Prana Shakti, and understanding the entire cosmic system, that is Pragnana, that is that you are Atma and you are part of the Paramatma, your source is Paramatma. Understanding that. Getting such kind of understanding is Bhur Bhuvas Suvaha. So we are talking about that. Tat. Tat is that. What is that? Paramatma. Tattvamasi. Tat vasmasi. Tattvam asi. Me and you are the same. That is what Swami says. Prema Swarupulara, Divyatma Swarupulara. So when he says that, if I am Prema Swarupa, what is that? That is Swami, is Paramatma, Tat, Savit. What is that? Savit, entire universe, and the effulgence of sun. Sun force, I can say. Surya Shakti. Varanium occupied with this entire universe, the Surya Shakti occupied with Bhargo, threw away the darkness. Devasya, the self-effulgent. Dhimahi, meditating. Dhyo yo na prachodayat, blossom my wisdom. So I'm sitting in an asana, having a, in your relaxed way, you are sitting in an asana and then you are evoking the Pranavanada with Pranavanada and what I am saying is I am praying the Savitvarenium, that is the sunlight force, basically. So, who is your form? Which form you are looking into it? The light force. So you are focusing on it and asking that me, I am blossom my wisdom. I am the self, no, the self-evident. I'm doing the meditation and I'm please release me from this darkness. Blossom my wisdom. Oh, Savit, basically. And then, so where I am made up with matter and body and then wisdom, so get my wisdom. Let me come out of this particular Padartha Bhavana, materialistic. Let me becoming the, no, the life force. Let me becoming from life force to the wisdom. And then let me merge in you. Ah, so I am doing that chanting. So the Gayatri making me to understand the entire universe created by the Paramatma. I am not doing any understanding. I am not doing any analogy. I'm just telling that I am in case with all these things. Let me, O Paramatma, who is there in Savitvarenium, basically. So that particular life force, I am focusing on it and I am praying that I want to come out of this darkness. Let me get that wisdom and let me be the with part of you. This is what for coming out of this all Padartha Bhavana, life force, the wisdom, and then coming and merging you. This is what detailing of Gayatri, Pranavanada, earth which is made of matter. So while you are doing the chanting, your transformation through that sound waves, through that magnetic field, whatever it is created within you, which is coming out of you are cleansing of your body, you are cleansing of your mind, you are cleansing, and so that your intellect is coming out. You are completely, your heart is filled with love, and your chitta is completely calm. All that negative thought processes keep vaporing off. Your positive energies keep developing. And then you are coming out of this Padartha Bhavana. Then you are getting a control over the life force. Then you are getting the wisdom. Wisdom of what? That is, I am the Paramatma. I am part of Paramatma. I and Paramatma are the same. So that particular journey will happen through Gayatri Mantra. Let's go to that. Swami also told about Gayatri, Savitri, Saraswati. See, you just have a connectivity one by one. So basically, why Vishwamitra is given? Because to out of the hurdles. Hurdles means indriyas, whatever the senses, which is making me to divert into a different aspect. You can get a kind of control over the senses. Because of that, only Menaka, that Dushyanta, all the story is there. So get a control over the indriyas, which means Padartha Bhavana, which means Bhu. Gayatri, master of the senses, protects one who recites it. You will get control over the Indriyas. You have the Taittiriya Upanishad. You will go through the Sikshavalli, Bhrihuvalli, Brahmanandavalli. What you will say in Brahmanandavalli? 100 Manushya Ananda will become one Gandharva Ananda. 100 Gandharva Ananda will become one Rishi Ananda. So it goes. And then 100 Rishi Ananda, one Daiva Ananda. 100 Deva Ananda will become one Indra Ananda. Meaning, to go through it particular, you need to go through this step-by-step approach where you have completely coming out of this materialistic worldly things. You become a divine form. You are getting a control over your indriyas. Meaning, control over indriyas means unless until you think, it will not come into your, no, it will not enter. By looking into any material, say, for example, any negative thing, if I am looking into it, but still I'm not getting into the impact of that particular negative thing. If I'm seeing some negative thing, if I'm listening any negative thing, still it is not impacting me. It's just nothing. I'm my positive force already stopping it and saying that you are taking that as a Paramatma Bhavana only. Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, all aspects. You are getting a master on that particular senses. Gayatri, Savitri. Swami is telling this life principle. He's getting a kind of a complete control over the prana shakti. What is prana? Prana is Brahma. Prana is Paramatma. Prana is associated with Jivi. That is the reason I'm in this body. Once that Jivi is washed out, whenever I say Manasyekam Vachasya, I will continue that. When it gone, then the prana will become Paramatma. So the Savitri, Gayatri, Savitri, Saraswati. Savitri means getting a control over your prana shakti. Prana shakti, doing the pranayama, ensuring that you have completely emerging yourself as a Chaitanya Swarupa is Savitri. By taking this Saraswati, presiding deity of speech, your walk in the Sandeha Nivarani, Swami will talk about. When you cleanse, if you do the cleanse, see, there is three parts, what Swami will say. If you have a complete negative thoughts in your chitta, your heart will be filled with the ego. If your heart is filled with ego, your kaupola, that is your mind, is filled with many of predetermined thoughts. So your tongue, the intellect, the tongue will talk only the mixture of the mind, that is negative, whatever the thoughts that you have stored, whatever the negative incidents that you have stored in the chitta, and with your ego, mixture of that, it will come from your mouth. Here, you means basically we are all, basically we are all going, sorry. If I'm using the word you, it is nothing but it is me also inside. So it's very clear, giving the clarity, saying that if you clean up all your negative thought processes in your memory, whatever you kept. For example, if I look into my, uh, you have a maternal auntie, paternal auntie, right? Or you have your mother-in-law. By looking at, if you are, just let's see the generic approach in our daily life. I'm getting some negative thoughts, reminding some negative things, negative incidents, meaning I have stored those negative thoughts in my chitta. Simple, right? So those are all things how I have grown up, as we said, as an Atma has entered. But once he came to the world and he, with the with the help of, not help, I can say, with the impact of the surroundings, right? Situations, parents, whatever that parenting you have taken, all such kind of your satsanga, your company, all these things made so much of impact on you, and you created so many impressions, and then you have made it as a, you converted that as a thought, and that you have converted as a and again, with the incident, and prepared a, developed an opinion, and all these opinions, you basically created a judgment on that particular person, thing, everything, and many things, and then kept in your memory. So whenever we go there, whether it is negative or positive or sentimental, whatever it is, that reflects, right? So when you are doing that cosmic basic, when you are doing this mantra chanting, when you are going through this, if you clean up this particular chitta, no negative, nothing. All negative thoughts are already vapored by doing this chanting, by going through your this meditation practices, and involving in the samishti, meaning in the society. You are doing the cleansing of all your chitta, then your heart will become, will fill with love, not with ego. N- Completely love. Then what happens to your mind? Your manas. Manas will not have any thoughts, no thought at all. When I'm seeing that, so my there is no negative, complete positive force is there in your chitta. Your heart is filled with love. Your thought, there is no thought. So what the tongue will talk? It is the intellect. It now it represents their intellect, pragnana. Your walk will become the Saraswati. There are so many aspects we will discuss in the group 2, group 3, where we are discussing about Brahma Sutras, all those things. So it becomes Saraswati. What Saraswati? You will talk about only divinity. Whatever you talk, whatever you speak, all will become the Jnana only. So a person can do this travel, can do the journey. Gayatri, Savitri, Saraswati. So Gayatri mantra represents the Gayatri, Savitri, Saraswati. Swami, how beautifully Swami explains this. See, actually, so that is the reason Sarvadevata Swarupini. What is Swami? Sarvadevata Tita Swarupa, which means you still there in the you, and I mean, still Dvaita only, not Advaita. But again, Savitri, Saraswati, Gayatri. This attainment of this particular three states that we can achieve. Sairam. We will go through again the, so Swami is also saying that the physical, human body, physical, metaphysical, psychical, basically. And these three forms are also Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika, and Adi Atmika. Right? We will call it as Tapatrayam, Tapatrayam. In Telugu, they particularly this Tapatraya, particularly this word, in I'm not sure about the Hindi, but in Telugu, Kannada, I hope in Tamil also. It's very frequently they use this word in the local town and village areas also. He has a tapatraya to do a marriage. He has a tapatraya to construct a home. He has such kind, so all worldly things related. He has so much connected, meaning with his bhautika, with his thought process, and even completely he want that to be done. to represent that, they use it Tapatraya. But actually, Tapatraya means Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika, Adi Atmika. It is not related to the world, it is more related to the Paramatma. So, through Bhautika, physical form, through Daivika, your inner journey with igniting your Daivika divinity and invoking your divinity and doing the transformation and understanding through Atma, by connecting, integrating with Paramatma, you are doing that particular action. Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika, Adi Atmika. It's a step-by-step form that we discussed now. So the same thing which is the physical, metaphysical, and psychical. So the three karanas also. So basically the sthula, sukshma, karana, right? And Jagrat Avastha and Avastha Trayam, we call it as, right? Jagrat Avastha, Swapna Avastha, and Sushupti Avastha, right? Karanals also in the same way, right? So you will have Sthula, Sukshma, Karana. So in your body, basically, you are going up. Basically, you are getting control over the Indriyas, means you are getting a control over your Sthula Deha, meaning your physical body. If you are getting control over your Pranamaya and Manomaya, which is metaphysical very clearly, and then you are getting into the psychical, that is Vijnanamaya, and then you are getting into the Anandamaya, that is Atmic. So that highest state of the first statement we discussed during the Gayatri Mantra, becoming the inner consciousness, becoming the highest consciousness, is this process. Though you are awakened state, though you are in sleeping state, you are in complete deep sleep state, in all these states, you are integrated with Paramatma. You are enjoying that Chidananda Swarupa, Chidan, right? So these are all the three states are Gayatri, Savitri, Saraswati. Likewise, we discussed about Sthula Deha, Sukshma Deha, and basically Karana Deha, causal body, right? In causal body also. So you are going through the step-by-step approach, coming out of the Indriyas, coming out, getting a control over your Chaitanya Shakti, Prana Shakti, getting understanding the Paramatma, and then you are coming out of the I awareness, from I awareness to the Paramatma state. So that Chidakasha state, and then you are getting into the complete Sahaja state. So these are all things can be obtained through Gayatri mantra reciting. Again, Swami is very clearly saying, the combination, right? This is basically the body, the life force, Bhuvasvaha, Pragnana Shakti, and Pranamaya Shakti, and we discussed about the Padartha Bhavana, right? So this Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha, you are that Padartha Bhavana, you are coming out, and then getting a control over the Prana Shakti, and then getting control over your intellect. These three things. So hope you now understand various aspects, right? Avastatraya, Karanatraya, call it as Adibhautika Tapatraya. We discussed about Gayatri, Savitri, Saraswati. We discussed about five phases, that is 5 elements, 5 vital airs, 5 pranas, all we discussed, right? Which means we as a person, as a human being, as a Purusha, a Purusha is not related to any gender. We discussed about the Purushottama in Ramakatha, right? As a Purusha, I'm coming out of the animalic animal quality. I'm completely removing the my any features are aware and is in there. Animal features are there. Any demonic elements or features are there. I'm completely removing it. I'm becoming a nice human being. In as a human being, again, I'm coming out of this worldly attachment. I'm completely getting a control over my indriyas. Through my indriyas, I'm coming out of the Arishad Vargas. By coming out of the Arishad Vargas, I'm coming the Gunatita. And then I'm coming into I awareness. Then from I awareness, I'm moving into the Pranavanada. So how I have born, how this Thula has been created. Swami said, right? I have separated myself from myself to experience my love, right? So you are going in the reversible order. Now you are coming out of the Panchabhautika, you are coming out of the Pancha Indra, all these things, Indriyas. So all these things you are going reversible way, getting the control over it, and then you are becoming the Chidananda Swarupa, and you are merging into Swami. This process we can evoke, we can invite, we can ignite, we can go through, and we can attain the Chidananda state, uh, merge into Paramatma through Gayatri Mantra. Understand this aspect. It is not like our materialistic things. Hey, to get a job, I will do Gayatri Upasana. To get a promotion, I'll do the Gayatri Upasana. To get a protection, I mean, whatever it is, wherever I'm going to do, whatever the negative aspects that which is happening, which is giving me a fear complex, for to come out of that, I will do the give. Let us not make it narrow. Let it be a wise way, in a wise, uh, take a wise decision and think about that I am the Atma and I am with my Paramatma, that is Sri Satya Sai, and going through with Sri Satya Sai within a light form, and I am doing this mantra chanting, that helped me. That helps me, and it automatically helps from the worldly things, also helps me in traveling, doing my journey with the Atmic journey, inner journey also will be very fruitful way. Sairam. So that is the reason Vamana Avatara has come. The reason why Vamana took the small boy, very beautiful, cute boy, why Swami came in that cute boy Avatara, because who is Mahabali? Mahabali is grandson of Prahlada. You went through the Bhagavata Vahini. And Prahlada is very connected with Sriman The grandson, Mr. Mahabali, he is doing the Vishwajit Yajna. What is Vishwajit Yajna after the Ashwamedha Yajnas and all those things? He got a control over, he got a more powerful, he's become the uh, no very strong personality. Now he is in the he can defeat Indra, he can defeat anybody basically in the Devatas. If I look into the physical format, meaning he become very powerful. So he want to get a complete control over on Vishwa. So he is doing the Vishwajit Yajna with the help of the Shukracharya. Here, getting the control over the Vishwa means getting the complete control over, I mean, he is getting the Sayuja, he is getting the complete, no, inner, awakening his inner journey of inner consciousness to highest consciousness. And he want to get a control over the Vishwa itself, meaning he is doing that particular, but he has the negative qualities because of his Janma Samskara. the one which is he belongs to this demonic, uh, what I can say, demons, basically, asuras. So he still has some negative qualities. And he has intention as a negative intentions also there. So Swami came in Vamana Avatara to showcase what is Vishwa, getting the control over Vishwa. Means it is the Paramatma. To reach Paramatma, you need to go in a positive thought. You should not have a worldly related desires to get a control over the Vishwa. You should become the Vishwatma and you should come out of that and then you should be merged with Paramatma. So be in positive thought. To showcase that, Swami come in Vamana Avatara. That cute boy, the Vatu will come and he will ask the 3 feet of space. Right? So the moment when he agreed to give the 3 feet, the first feet he will take the complete Prithvi, meaning he is showcasing that I am out of the Padartha Bhavana, out of the materialistic world. I am beyond this. Then immediately he will showcase the Prana Shakti. He will become more magnanimous. No, he will become among us and then he will start magnanimous, his avataric, he showcasing his, what is that? Omnipresence, Prana Shakti, his complete universe. That sun also becoming, in Potana Bhagavatam, uh, he gives so much in Telugu actually. The sun has initially he looks like an umbrella. Later he will become a aura. Then he will become the sun become the the earring. Then the sun will be under the feet of Vamana, meaning he completely emerged like anything. Bhu Bhuvas Suvaha. Where it will come Bhu Bhuvas Suvaha? We will discuss in this group 2 when we are discussing about Prashnottara Vahini. It will have 7 Urthvalokas. Bhu, Bhuvasvaha, Mahaha, Janaha, Tapaha, Satyaha. So 7 Urthvalokas and 7 Atholokas. Total 14 lokas are in you. That is what Swami explains in Prashnottara Vahini. In that, these are all the 3 lokas, which is Bhu, Bhuvasvaha. So which will you are emerges, basically Swami shows in Vamana Avatara, hey, you are trying to do the Vishwa, control over the Vishwa. First you do the cleansing of your thoughts, negative thoughts. That is the reason he will show the Patala. The Patala is the one where cleansing of all the negative thoughts process like Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Mahatala, Tala, Tala, Patala. So out of all these negative clauses, the last, still you are not yet becoming the divinity. You are not yet instigated your divinity. You are at the borders. So you are at Patala. So he showcased that. So such a beautiful way, this avatar, you do the analogy, this beautiful way. So Vamana Avatara will come and show this 3 phases. That is called as Trivikrama Tattva. Trivikrama Tattva means you are getting the control over these 3 Vikramas, basically means like getting the being a winner on this Tritva. This Tritva can be Avastatraya, can be a Karanatraya, can be a Adibhav Tapatraya, can be a, no, becoming a Gayatri, Savitri, Saraswati, getting over all these things. So that is the reason Swamis talk about Gayatri Mantra in the Onam festival. Likewise, Swami also will talk during the Upanayana because he is the Paramatma. He only told, right? Kala Sandigdha Suktulayunda Bhashyartha Gopyamul Paluku Varaku. Paluku Koraku. To reveal the truth, which is unmasked, which is masked by the time. To reveal that, the avatar has come. Sri Satya Sai Paramatma. So he tells in the Upanayana stage also, Upanayana time also, he says, Dvija, you are born, but you are not aware that you are the Paramatma. So during the 9 years or 13 years, whenever you are getting the Upanayana, you will be getting this mantropadesha will be happens. What is the meaning of this mantropadesha? You become the Lord. You come out of that, you emerge from human to the divinity. You have taken the birth to not to take birth again. Do this mantra japa. This is the mantra upadesha. This is the Veda Mata. This is Chandasam Mata. That is the reason Swami explains during the Upanayana state. Of course, the thread ceremony will happen. The thread will have 3 threads. Each thread will have its own uh, meanings. Of course, we will go ahead. Again, you think about it. Swami do the thread ceremony for everyone, any caste, any economic state, whatever it is. Think about it. Sanatana Dharma is different. It's Varna system where you will emergize yourself to the Brahmanatva. Whatever Janmataha, whatever that you are, by Janmataha, you can emergize as a Brahmarshi. You have plenty of umpteen examples in Vedas, in Upanishads. Swami show that in Upanayana rituals itself. That is the reason he is epitome of Dharma. He is the Purushottama. We don't know who are the itihasas in the itihasas has told about some flute man, some arrow man who came with bow and arrow. It's Rama, Krishna. We read in the books. We understood their analogy, but we saw that. You all very fortunate people who saw him in a physical form, whatever it is, the rituals are, whatever the way he lived, he showed the dharma. These are all things Swami has explained. He is the Paramatma. So he spoke during the Upanayana and also Onam. That is how Gayatri mantra helps us. Swami also told about Trikala Sandhya. So this sacred thread will have 3 threads. One is Trikala Sandhya, will talks about past, present, and future. The second thread will talk about Trimurti, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. The third thread is talk about Trigunas, Tamo, Raja, and Sattvaguna. You know, though it is not a situation or the I can say it's not this time to discuss about it, but I just want to touch this particular. You see the the Guru Purnima's discourse what Swami has given in the Kulwant Hall. This, I mean, day before yesterday, whatever, just see that. And the same thing, Swami also told in Vaisheshika Darshana Shastra, Swami was talking about an atom is filled with 3, that is Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, your electron, neutron, proton, in a science point of view. Manasyekam, Vachasyekam, Karmanyekam. If that is filled with Manasyekam, Vachasyekam, Karmanyekam, then your Udana Vayu will fill with completely divinity. Then your Prana Shakti will become the Paramatma. Simple way, the moment ending of the Vahini Sudhamrita will get a many of you already aware of it, might be a remembrance for you, but if anybody not aware of it, it will give you the clarity. Anybody, most of you may, if it is aware of all these things, then it's a kind of repentance and remembrance, and be in that remembrance basically. So it's three guna, tritva, that it is where we are energizing ourselves. First, so Swami is talking about the physical aspect of this particular combination of thread, yagnopavita. One should cross these three threads, meaning one should be gunatita. We discussed now, right? So, Swami also told about Gayatri, Prakriti, Paramatma. Swami told about the four forms Satyavati, Angavati, Anyavati, and Nidanavati. What is Satyavati? It is basically the in Atma in every being, signifies the existing of Atma in every being. So, which means you are getting an understanding about that you are a Pancha Bhautika Sharira, you are in a Pancha Bhautika Sharira, you are going through this, getting a control over the five elements, understanding that this Paramatma is spread across the cosmos. He is omniscient and omnipresent. And there is a separate Paramatma and Prakriti is different. It's Dvaita. And we have to come, we are the part of the Prakriti in the other side of that. And we should become the Paramatma. We should merge into that. That Satyam, understanding that Satya is Satyavati. And the second one is Angavati, where it is five elements are the, basically you call it as the, no, is they are present in the universe, right? God dwells in a. So what I'm saying is, sorry. So these elements where, so in a subtle form, all these five elements in your body and also in the universe. So getting over through sadhana, through Gayatri mantra sadhana, through, or you without Gayatri, I mean, whatever the sadhana you are doing, through that sadhana, you are coming out of that particular, getting an understanding about these five elements, uh, clarity about each and every element, how it is integrated each other, and getting a control over those five elements, understanding that is Angavati. And then Swami talks about Anyavati, which is once you got the control over the Indriya, meaning you are getting a complete understanding about the Indriyas, and then you have a control over it. You are crossing the state of Indra, and then you are becoming the Prajapita and meaning Indrananda to Prajapati Ananda, meaning you are getting the divine form, divinity about the Pragnanam, getting the understanding about the Pragnanam, getting the understanding about Anandam, getting understanding about the I awareness. All these things is understanding that particular aspect is Anyavati. Swami is there, Trishul. So Ishvara is described as Trishuladhari, Trinetradhari. So Swami is very clearly is saying that this Anyavati is responsible for the special characters. What he's Swami is telling that the attributes of different forms of the divine, meaning you are into a different forms, but all these forms are part of one unique form, that is only one God is prevails. Satyam is only one, that is truth is only one, that you call it as Ekam Sat Vipra Bahudha Vadanti. Only one truth. The wise people saw that truth in different forms. So all that forms are related to one divine form. That understanding will come in Anyavati. And Nidanavati represented by the devotional form. Through that, all these forms, through a complete devotion and that particular reaching of that particular divine form, is Nidanavati. What kind of devotional aspects? Nine parts of devotion aspects that you already discussed in the Bhagavata Vahini. So these are all the four, what you call it as Satyavati, Angavati, Anyavati, Nidanavati. is also the four forms of the Gayatri, what Swami tells. So you think about it. Whatever we discuss now are all related to your we, me as an individual, connected to the world very, no, very effectively, very much binded with worldly things. So I need to come out of that worldly things because I'm not this world. I am the Paramatma. So to come out of that, these worldly things part, I need to do the sadhana. Through that sadhana, I need to imbibe the positive energy so that my negative thought process will be vapor off. So, how it will happen? Through reciting of mantra. That reciting of, by doing that recitation, where you are getting the control over the mind, control over the chitta, control over the indriyas, control over your pranas, I mean the vayus, control over your five elements, control over your, know the basically the mano, once it is getting all control over control, and then you are completely involved, imbibed, integrated with Paramatma. So then you will become the but here you again repeating, we are all so whoever is doing that particular practice, he can achieve, attain the omniscient, attain the highest consciousness and integrate with Swami. So when this mantra, that is the reason this mantra has lot of significance. Swami never told about this. Repeatedly do this sukta, Purusha sukta. Or of course, Swami told Rudram Chepate Bhadrang Untaru. Swami told many things, but the one mantra Swami very effectively insisted many times, informed us to do the sadhana. This is Gayatri mantra. When has to be done? Trikala Sandhya. That is morning, early in the Pratah Kala, and also in the Madhyahana, and also in the Sandhya Samaya. Basically, two Sandhya Samayas, and basically the three Sandhya Samayas. Why I have to do it? What is the significance? Because you are doing from dark to light, you are coming in this particular time. Many of the women, Mahilas, do the Lalita Sahasranama. In that, the first stanzas will talk about Aruna Aruna Varana. And you also in Tamil Nadu, there is a famous temple, Arunachala. All these, the significance of this Kashaya, basically the Aruna, the saffron, or Bhagavan, no, basically what it represents, it is you are transforming from darkness to light. What color will be there? Aruna, Aruna, Aruna Varana. So it is like you are transforming from dark to lightness, from black to white, in between that saffron color. So that is the reason we call it as the three sandhyas are also the one which is representing. Do that particular practice. During that time, you will have the complete, you are doing the Surya Shakti, basically that Prana Shakti, you are practicing on that particular part. So the three sandhyas, and Swami very clearly told, seeing this Gayatri is not restricted to time, specific place, activity. We can chant all the time. We can, while taking bath, while taking food, while driving, you can do that. Swami, why he is telling that? Because it's more related to your, as we discussed, basically the tritva, that always we can have an integration. At the same time, there is a myth, right? Mahilas should not recite, and something is Swami wiped off all these myths. Very clearly, Swami said, you please do Gayatri Mantra anytime, whatever, whoever the gender you are. Because It is you have to come from Dvaitam to Advaitam to ensure that the Gayatri mantra is need to be recited. There are various aspects basically in the wave theory, and say there are signs among this. You please go through these slides basically. How the solar power in Gayatri is more like a Savitvaranium, right? Where we get the sunlight which we are taking as a form. So it is this is like, Gayatri Upasana is basically gives so much of why energy, that solar energy, and which is done by the some scientific generate positive energy, that 1,10,000 sound waves, and they generate positive energy. Like kind of research has been done in a science way, in a scientific way. It has proved that the mantra is very much helps to increase my to improvise my inner consciousness to highest consciousness. Now, the benefits are also there where it will increase the memory power. Here, increasing memory power means it's wiping off the negative qualities. Okay, not the reminding the negative thoughts, you know, wiping off negative thoughts, enlightening the body. Obviously, you will get the tejas, you will get the you will energized because you have improved your positive energy, and it will improve health and age, because the toxic, whatever the toxic thoughts are there, it has wiped off. The toxic food, whatever the toxic elements which are in the body will be wiped off. And also you will uh, your eye shakti also will get increase, and removes, and of course these are all things we discussed, and develops the equanimity. That is the main important point, right? You are got over the control over the indriyas, meaning got the complete divinity in yours. You are able to see the you are able to experience the Nididhyasana. In the Nididhyasana, you are able to experience the equanimity. You are seeing each and every element as a Daivic entity, divinity. It is divine form. You are seeing everyone as a divine form. You don't have a differentiations of economy, region, religion, caste, whatever it is. You are came out of all vanity of uh, proud, vanity of fame, vanity of all negative thoughts has came out. You are seeing them as a human. You are seeing as a divine form. You are seeing Satya Sai, Sri Satya Sai in everyone. That develops the equanimity, which means you are coming into the Chidananda Swarupa, which means you are also already renunciation. Here, see, the renunciation, Vairagya means it doesn't mean that uh, I am coming out of that. I'm detaching from the relations. I'm detaching from the food. I'm detaching from. It is not the detach. Here the detachment meaning you are getting a control over it. Basically, the renunciation means basically you will see that as a Brahm, as a Daiva. It's a divine form only. So you don't have a indriya related, worldly related desires, worldly related interests. You don't have that. Those things will no, will be eliminated. Your divine divinity will be improvised. That is develops detachment means your divine divinity will improvise basically. So these are all the benefits of Gayatri mantra. Sairam. So Gayatri mantra is the one which is called as Vedamata. And this is the mantra which gives you the entire, the gives the eternity, uh, can be merged into Swami through this Gayatri mantra chanting. That is the reason Swami always insisted us to go through the Gayatri mantra. Sairam. Thank you, Swami. Thank you, everyone, for listening and going through this particular session. Thank you, everyone. And thanks to Swami for giving the opportunity. Sangram, we can go ahead for the question and answer session.
Sairam sir, this is Suresh Swami. Just have a question, sir. May I
1 minute,
ask you?
sir.
Sure,
Sairam,
sure,
brother.
sure, sure.
I think
अब नहीं होगा क्योंकि कल पिघला नहीं था ना, ये पूरा मेल्ट हो चुका।
I think many people are 1 minute, sir. So whoever is have the questions can please put the raise button, raise hand button, brother. Press that so that we
Sure.
can go in a sequence. Sign
Yeah.
up. So you can
Sure.
start from your side. Yes, brother. Sorry.
Sure. Thank you, sir. This is Suresh Swami. Sir, I have a question for all these Vahinis. Is there any sequence that Swami has prescribed that we need to read through all these 9 Vahinis, sir?
See, he in a sequence he has written basically, but it is not a he has not
Prescribe.
mentioned that is a sequence. Basically, he has
Okay.
started going through but what we took is options as
Yeah.
while deciding this particular course. There are two
Right.
things. One is Vahini Swadhyaya. When we did the Vahini Swadhyaya, every year 333 Vahinis like that. It's a 5 years. When organization has decided to do the Vahini Swadhyaya, it's a 5 years course.
Yeah.
Whereas in Vahini Sudhamrita, what we did is uh, let's do the first fundamentals,
Right.
put the platforms.
Yeah.
Say, take a first role model of Rama, then go for second is Bhagavata as a
Yeah.
devotee journey, then
Yeah.
understand the Dharma,
Yeah.
then go through the Dhyana,
Yeah.
then develop the Prema Vahini, which is more personality, a
Yeah.
full-fledged in the group one. Then you go little more philosophical aspects.
Way.
Prashanti Vahini talks
Right.
about how you will attain the Prashanti,
Mm.
Ashtanga Yoga. All
Yeah.
these aspects will come in the Prashanti.
Right.
Then the questions will rise. Many
Mm.
questions will be there. To answer all those questions, Sandeha Nivarini. Then
Mm.
Prashnottara Vahini, how the creation happened. All that aspects has been told in the Prashnottara Vahini.
Right.
And then why this creation and all those things, how you will attain and all those things, why it has been told in in Bharata Jnana Sampada. So it is called Bharatiya Paramartha Vahini. Now the next one will come Bharatiya Paramartha Vahini, which is titled as Satya Sai Vahini.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Then you will go to the Vidya. So understanding all these aspects, you will get a complete connect with Paramatma. Understanding Paramatma, attaining Paramatma, no, what I can say, attaining the knowledge or wisdom of Paramatma is Vidya.
Mm.
Anything related to the world is Avidya. To tell that, Vidya Vahini.
Right.
Then we will go into Gita Vahini, Upanishad Vahini, Jnana Vahini, then Leela Kaivalya Vahini, then we will complete with Sutra Vahini. So it's
Sutra
a
Vahini.
sequence.
Right. So Sutra Vahini basically reiterates about the Vedantic inquiries, is it? Or how does it end, sir?
Aphorism,
Sutra.
basically
Okay.
aphorisms, Brahma
Right.
Sutras.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sutra Vahini is the last one, Brahma Sutras. So whatever we discuss, in the conclusion we will say, Athato Brahma Jignasa, Pranastata Anagamad. You Janmadhyasyayataha, you call it as Shastra Yonitvat, all Brahma Sutras, which gives everything is Brahman. How
Right.
you will call it as Brahman? See, all these 14 Vahinis, you went through it. You realized that it is Brahman, it is you only.
Yeah.
And you just
Sure.
encased in a body. That's the reason.
Super. Thank you, sir.
Sai.
It was a great explanation. Much appreciated, sir. Thank you, Sairam.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Sai. Sairam. Sairam, sister Lalita Kumari.
Sairam, sir, I don't have a question, but actually I missed the last slide. Could you just show the one before the last
You mean the last sun solar
numbers, which
system?
had the numbers, sir? I missed that slide.
Uh, It creates 110,000 sound waves,
Yes, sir. The same.
generate positive energies. It's basically an analogy done by the Hamburg University
I
professor
was
Mr.
writing down the
Howard.
notes. I didn't see that slide, sir. By the time I saw it, went on.
Oh, okay, okay. You
Just
will get that
once.
slide, man. No problem. I'm just showing on screen now.
Yeah,
You
yes.
can note down.
Yes.
You can note down that. But uh, thing is, you will also get this slide.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
quite late, sir, so I could make the notes
Yeah,
and go
sure,
through
sure,
them.
sure, Sairam. Thank you.
Uh,
Hope you can take this particular.
yes, sir. Thank you so
Sairam,
much.
Sairam.
Sairam, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sairam. Sairam brothers, I know like there is a global Balvikas conference is happening. Many people might be in Puttaparthi. Uh, so I can see the attendance is very low. Uh, we thought of canceling it, but any of but we'll go ahead. I thought we went ahead actually for the discussion. Yes, brother. If anybody has any questions, please let me. Yes, brother.
Sairam sir.
Vaishnav.
Yes, Sairam sir. My name is Ju. That is my son's name.
Okay.
My
Sairam.
question is, uh, if I chant any mantra or Gayatri mantra in my mind, is it
Hmm.
equivalent to like verbally chanting, which is better, or how do I do it? There
See
are
the
sometimes when I cannot, maybe I am at my job place or somewhere where I cannot chant that mantra. So if I do internally in my mind, is it okay?
basically there are two aspects, right? Let's just namasmarana, uh, chanting mantra smarana or mantra chant. These two things are all both are same, almost like nama ucharana is becoming the smarana, right? So you call it as namasmarana in together. Swami explains that in the Chandogya Upanishad very effectively between the discussion between Sanat Kumara and Narada. So I'm not going there. It's very clear to give the answer to answer very clearly. Chanting with the sound helps you much better. Wherever you can't do that chanting in a loud manner, basically you can't do that particularly because we are chanting means with the sound, right? If that particular place is not, but I want to be integrated, but do an integration and then do the smarana. While doing the smarana, let us have an integration. It is when it is not, if that particular choice is not there, then let us go with the smarana. So you are saying that smarana basically.
And how many times should we chant the three sandhyas you said?
See, this is
Morning, afternoon, and
there are two things here. S- it is for everyone. See, if I am doing 9 times, 18 times, or I mean doing any 54 times or 108 times, that is the upasana that what I took. If I want to do 108 times every day, if I'm taking that as a upasana, then we will continue that. It is the determination done by the individual.
okay.
Say, for example, I'm doing the 108. It is just I'm extending this answer to get a kind of a clarity to all of us. Uh, Even though I do every day 108 times the chanting. If I'm doing, since I have to do 108 times, I'm doing in a fast, in a particular manner to complete that within the time. In that sense, if I'm doing it, it is not upasana. if I'm doing for the mantra chanting, I'm doing this sadhana for my self improvement to ensure that my inner consciousness is going through it. How many times if I'm do and I can fully concentrate, I can do an integration, I can do this yoga or upasana. Till that time, if you do, that gives the result. Sairam.
Thank you. Thank you, Sairam. Sairam.
Sairam, Sairam. Sairam, brothers and sisters, anybody has questions? Yes, Sister Jayalakshmi.
Sairam, Gayatri mantra is usually we say it as prayer to sun god, no? So I want some clarity on that. Is
We
it related
discussed
to sun
the light
god?
force, basically. Savitvarenium means the light force. The light force is Surya.
Okay. So it is prayer to sun god, like that we have to.
See, that's the understanding, basically. You are taking light as your farm. Your
Okay, but
farm.
sun. Okay.
Hmm.
Because sun is like he is a male god kind of thing, no? So Gayatri is a female. We see the form as female having 5 heads. So thoda confusion.
The thing is, that's see, the moment we uh, adapt or we attach the forms, basically the intensity, again our the way how we think our will get diverted, basically. If I'm doing Jyoti Dhyana, is Jyoti is female god, goddess or god? Sun or Paramatma? So it's the same thing, ma. It's a light force that you are taking. The moment if I give a name to that particular form, say Surya, I am doing the Surya Aradhana, then it will become the Madhuvidya. It will become, then you will go to the Aditya Upasana, you'll go to the Surya Upanishad, you will start chanting. Why I have to do the Gayatri? I'm not denying that it's a Surya, but the moment is this is the main purpose of the Gayatri is improvising ourselves from humanity to divinity. And the
Okay, Sairam.
aspect of Gayatri is Stritva, basically Stri Rupa. Why I say? Say, for example, in 1972 Summer Discourse, Swami says, the one who completely came out of the Arishad Varga. See, okay, before going to that research, there is a two things. One is Jada and the other one is Chaitanya. Jada Swabhava and Chaitanya Swabhava, right? Inert state, and it is consciousness state, highest conscious state, Chaitanya Swabhava. Jada Swabhava, you call it as even the stones, the one which is not at all moving. Moving means in achara or you achala, or you can also call it as you are not responding state, where you are completely in a stagnant state, where you won't respond at all. Jada Swabhava, inert state. So that inert state, the one who is complete tamoguna, fully in tamoguna, not at all thinking about God, completely in the worldly life, they are also called as Jera, the one who went into the highest consciousness, meaning the one who he conquered all the Indriya Shakti. He become the Gunatita, and he's still there with I awareness. He completed all. He's in the Chidana. He's not in Chidananda Swarupa. He got a control over the Indriyas. He cleansing of his mind. Everything has been done. He is just Gunatita Swarupa, but still he has a I awareness. I awareness means I am Mahindra, I am male. The other person is female. That is animal. I'm able to identify that only. I don't have any ego. I have a I awareness. That's it. Still, Samipya, Sarupya. Basically, I'm in a Salokya. So this kind of state where I am, I know that I'm still in Dvaita. I'm not become the Advaita. So that inert state, Swami says, Swami represented that as a Stritva, Stri Rupa, feminine form. In 1972 discourse, Swami says, Lakshmi Devi is a sadhaka who is, which the form which we will see, the Sriman Narayana and Lakshmi Devi, Mahalakshmi. So Lakshmi is a sadhaka who is in the inert state, I awareness state, still not yet merged with Narayana, meaning Paramatma. The Atmic Bhavana she is. So the person, the sadhaka is in, the aspirant, still it is in Ayasuna. So that inert state has been called as Stritva. Gayatri mantra, through chanting of Gayatri mantra, you will come to that particular state in the sadhaka. And so it is representing with the goddess form. And then you are merged through that. After reaching into Gayatri's, then you are merging into Paramatma, into Chidananda Seva. Even you are coming out of the I awareness, you are becoming the Chidananda Swarupa and merged in Paramatma. That is integrated one. That particular transformation is formless state. So the highest state where the sadhaka reach is Gayatri. That is the reason Stritva is there, Sri Rupa is there, and sadhaka is also going through the taking light as his form to do the sadhana.
Thank you, Saira.
Sairam. Is it, am I answered, ma? Is it giving the clarity? Sairam.
Saira.
Sairam. Sairam, Sister Jail, Lakshmi Priya.
Saram, thank you so much, Saram. And you have told about Trikala Sandhya. Like what timings, Trikala Sandhya means timings, I don't know. And then you said we can chant all the times. So I'm just confused whether we can chant during that Sandhya timings. I don't know what it is. And you can chant all the times. So between these two, I am not able to understand.
Okay, I'm showing on the screen, ma. Let me know if you're able to see my screen. Are able to see that? So this is three status basically. As day has been divided into 24 hours has been divided into 8 hours. 4 to 8 a.m. is the Pratah Kala. Swami very clearly told about basically the 4 to 8 a.m. 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. in the morning, and 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. is Rajasic. 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. again is Tamasic. These are all the three parts. In that 4 to 8 a.m. in the morning, between 4 p.m. in the evening are two Sattva Gunas, where these are all the Sandhya Samayas. In between, particularly the sun rising and sun setting time is two Sandhyas. And again, in the afternoon, particularly the 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Again, in that period, particularly in the midday, the 12 p.m., basically the 12 p.m. to 1 or 2 p.m. In this period is also is a Sandhya Samaya. So the three Sandhyas, morning, 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. in between means 4, you call it as you sit with, I mean, any sadhaka sitting at 4 a.m. to 6 a.m., 5 a.m. to 6 a.m., or 7 a.m., or person is sitting at 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. In between all these things are Sandhya Samaya, what Swami is talking about. It is sun rising time. 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., sun setting time. According to, say, if I am in Norway or if I am in Sweden, my Sandhya Samaya varies. If I am in Japan, my Sandhya Samaya varies. But it's a very clear clarity is there, sun rising time, sun setting time. In between, day between, wherever I am transforming from morning to afternoon, that noon time is my third Sandhya Samaya. So these three things are the main important. And the day has been divided into Sattva, Rajasa, and Tamos Guna. That Swami is explained in this particular slide. Is it clear, ma? And so, and again, the next question, basically. So, the Sandhya Samaya is must. If we do in that particular period as a must, it will be very, very effective for our chanting and our sadhana. Apart from that, since Gayatri mantra is gives very much connect and is a Medasa, as we discussed the glory of Gayatri, what is the importance of Gayatri. Since it is a very important mantra, we can recite anytime, any place. That's what Swami has explained. So it is the
because
2 points. So if I am
yes,
sadhaka,
sir.
I will do 3 times. And whenever I want, I can also do. While I'm driving also, I can do, I can hear, while I'm, no, anytime, any place, irrespective of the gender. Sairam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sairam. Sairam's sister Sindhuja. We'll take this as a last question.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sairam, quick question. Thank you so much for such a wonderful session.
Yeah.
Sairam, the Gayatri mantra, when we chant, we have to chant it with proper intonations, or uh, can we just chant it like, free flowing like that? Because I was told that if you don't chant it with proper intonation, you will not get the benefits of it. So
See,
I
the
just wanted.
intonation is very much required. See, mantra we are chanting means definitely that there will be a process, right? For everything there will be a process. So the intonations are very much required. It's a sadhana, right? When we are sadhana means we have to practice the way how it has to be pronounced.
Okay.
So
Okay.
intonations are very much important. When you are doing a loud chanting, definitely. When are doing the smarana, if you are integrated with your mind and and with your spiritual heart and the mind is integrated, then it is automatically will take care of that.
Okay. Thank you, Sairam.
Sairam, Sairam. Sister Tejashwini raise the hand and we'll take that as we can wind up with that last question. Sairam. Sister Tejashwini, you have question, ma? Oh, you raise the hand and then again lowered it. Fine. I think she dropped off. Okay. Thank you very much. Bhagavat Vahini, we are going to. When is the last date we have provided in the for a closer of Bhagavat Vahini? Any idea? We'll give the
5th July, sir.
results. So, which means we are almost a month. So I'll close this Bhagavat Vahini. We'll open the Dharma Vahini next week. I mean tomorrow. We'll also share these slides. Audio files we will share during the after this during the fourth session. We'll share the audio files link. Thank you. And we have given the Vahini Sudhamrita's report to all India leaders. just on Monday, and we have submitted the annual report to Swami, the Vahini Sudhamrita annual report to Swami on Guru Purnima day. On behalf of all of you, we have submitted this to Swami. Thank you very much for everyone for joining this particular session. I request one thing, because you already completed the 2 Vahinis, and going to the 3rd Vahini, please do the analogy, do the self-inquiry. Slowly you become if you're already a study circle coordinator, well and good, you please develop, utilize, these are all the inputs, and then ensure that you do the sadhana shivers, study circles. Sairam. That helps your samiti, your district, and help to all general public also. Of course, individual and VST and semesti will go together. A spiritual aspirant going through the Vahini Sudhamrita must represent the same thing, which is, I told one thing to all in our AIP and everyone while I'm giving the presentation. I told one thing. This is what my process, which is my 9 years of journey with Vahinis. Through Vahinis, what I've learned is I have unlearned all the names and forms. Now I have only one name, one form, that is Sri Satya Sai. Only Sri Satya Sai, Paramatma Sri Satya Sai. So let us go together hand in hand with the organization and do all the best practices will follow. Sai Ram. Thank you very much for joining the session. We will conclude the session with Asatoma, Samastaloka, and we will do the Jaykar to Swami. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।
Sairam, sir. Thank you so much.
Sai Ram everyone.
Sairam sir,
Sai
thank you so much.
Ram, Sai
Sai
Ram
Ram.
everyone.
Thank you so
Sairam.
much, sir. Bye
Sai Ram
now.
brother, Sai Ram.
Ram, thank you, sir.
Sai Ram sir, Sai Ram sir. We will end the meeting. Sai Ram.
Sairam, sir. Thank you, Sairam.
Sai Ram, Sai Ram.